Hey guys, Elven Prince here, back with a Outer Wilds video. This will be episode 3, and last time we went about checking out the Ash Twin, and the Ember Twin as well. Actually, mainly the Ember Twin, but a little bit of the Ash Twin. Found out a whole bunch about the Naumai and the Phantom Moon, and a general direction in which we need to go, but the issue is we don't know everything about how we're supposed to run this. Projection shards, we found a mine under, what's it called? Timber's Hearth. So that'll be something interesting to mess around with. The sun's also going supernova. We figured that out the hard way by getting blasted by it like 3 separate times. But I believe this next time want to check out the sunken city and the power plant on the Ember Twin this episode, depending on how things are going, and then with luck we'll start Brittle Hollow and see what all is going on there. But I hope you all are having a wonderful time. I'm really looking forward to this, so you all know the drill. Stuff down below, do with it as you see fit, and without any further ado, let's get started. And we wake up. Hey there, Foghorn Leghorn. Launch codes, head up. Need to bring our paper pad over here, just so I can write everything I need to. Yeah, so we're heading for the Ember Twin, which means we need to pilot the complete opposite direction I went. There we go. Nope. Move forward, and with luck that'll get us where we need to go. God fucking damn it. Okay, let's just work on circumnavigating till we find the Ember Twin. Is that the quantum moon there? That is one thing we do need to check out, the spot. God fucking damn it. One of these days I'm gonna get good with navigating this, but today is not that day. I think that's the interloper out there. That sort of falling star. Cool, so that is where I want to go. We just need to get in atmosphere first. Yep, come on. Up. That's not where I want to go. Where is the stupid pillar of light? Electrical and aft hull. There we go. Unbuckle. Grab the suit, open the hatch. Which part is specifically busted? Ah. That part. Fuck it, we'll... No, we probably should. Fuck it, we'll go check it out manually. In through here. We need to move right quick, because otherwise the sand will get to us. And we don't like it when the sand gets to us. Emergency hatch, escape. Is this the one we want? Okay, yep, this is the path we want. Gonna try and remember as much as we can from last time. And... well, fair enough, I suppose. Probably want to read what the plowing thing says. Follow instructions carefully. Over here. Shelter, walk until you sandfall pit. Okay, columns. Right, I remember now. Here, we turn left. Keep moving. Oh, look at that room of pillars. Ain't that dandy. Now we go up. And then it's behind a sandfall, I believe. Is it behind a sandfall? Yep. Far side, look for the tunnel. Hidden by fallen sand. There she is. Doing well, little further. Here we go, keep moving. Brilliant. Here we go. Is this the skeleton room? Yes, this is the skeleton room. Brilliant. There we go. Gonna need to, let's turn on the lights for the eye shrine. Eye shrine, high energy lab trailhead. Here we have the stepping stone. Let's go take a look at the eye shrine first. That'll be the first port of call we make. Ooh, ghost matter detected. Photo mode. Really? So that... well, that's generally what I expected to happen, I will admit. But, interesting. Looks like that is chock full of ghost matter. And I couldn't rightly tell you why. Let's put that away for now. Round. Continue up. We've got sand falling there. That over there. Okay, looks like that's just an upstairs area. Retrieve scout, yep. Retrieve it, put to photo mode. So, looks like just the entirety of that area is full of ghost shit. Scout launcher. Is there any... no. Right. Looks like this area is mayhaps not a bust, but not near as useful as I hoped it would be. EP3 detected. And our first major note. Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to this star system. Signal from the eye. Gonna have to use my old notes here. Signal from eye. Signal from eye. Okay. We observed the eye's signal on our travel, followed it to find its source. What we know is this: the source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the Eye of the Universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Okay? Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. So, looks like that was like a central piece of their faith. Is the eye natural or artificial? Maybe someone built it. The eye is older than the universe itself. How could something exist before its creator? We're getting into full theology debate here. Could be naturally occurring, but it doesn't answer how the eye is as old as it is. Well, obviously we underestimated the age of the universe then. Did the eye deliberately call out by sending a signal, or hear it by chance? Could be seeing meaning where there is none. Suppose the signal was produced incidentally. Does it mean the eye is any less important, though? Perhaps the eye wanted to be found. Does the eye desire something from us? Maybe it doesn't have to be us. Had this... Oops. Yeah, that's starting to remind me of, like, Neuromancer, how, like, the AI calls out, or supposedly what the thing thinks is AI calls out. If the eye called to us, why doesn't it reveal? Why is it so difficult to locate? Did something happen to it? Did the signal stop? Does the eye no longer desire to be found? Perhaps this isn't the eye's choice. The eye may not be able to communicate with us more than it already has. Secrets of the universe, folks. They're so very secretive. Do we have an exit? That's my question right now. Do we have an exit from here? Can't go that way. We just have to go up and around. Well, there we go. Okay. Where is this? Okay, that's where that is. Good to know. Which means this area... Have we explored this area? Ooh, text. Solanum. I don't know why everyone says the eye is important. They said it brought us here to this solar system, but what good is it? Dad told me lots of Naumai died when our clan came here. What if the eye wanted this to happen? What if the eye isn't something good? Careful now, miss. You're getting mighty close to committing heresy. Interesting. Another set of, like, the Naumai structures, for lack of a better term. Okay, so we've got that. What else do I want or need to check out? It's over here, right? The exit to the high frequency gravity cannon. We need to check out the gravity cannon because it's a fucking gravity cannon. Photo mode. Where is it? Okay, so it's over there. %50 fuel. Ah, fuck. Need to shoot. Okay, cool. So that's our first death proper of the episode. Interesting. Very interesting. Solanum marker as N. Skeptic on I? Question mark. Gonna have to check the ship log, see if it has anything special to say now. Where are you? There are you. Lakebed Cave. View entry. Nomad, Coleus, yep. Quantum Caves. Yep, yeah, I need to look at the caves more. Quantum Moon is the fucking Quantum Moon. And I've frozen down my shuttle, need to look around there more. Signal locator, yep. Churt Camp, Sunless City. Nomai, something. Yep, okay. Churt has become catatonic in response to the sun's immediate death and the destruction of everything that is known with the heat death of the universe. God, what a fucking loser. Can you imagine becoming catatonic when you have the fucking heat death of the universe shown to you? God, back in my day, we stared the heat death of the universe in the face and laughed. Oh, ho, ho, ho. God, like I didn't have an absolute fucking freak out the first time I saw the heat death. Are we gonna fall into the sun? Yep. So, don't throw yourself headlong into the sun. I think that might be a larger issue at hand than anything else. Yeah, need to head back to the Sunless City, see what all we can find. 'Cause there's a little bit left for us to look at. Come on. Ow. Hey, we got an achievement. Die within 60 seconds of waking up. So, apparently going at Mach 12 into whatever structure might not be good for your, longevity. Let that be known. Don't fucking yeet yourself directly into a solid object. Ow. Sorry, guys. Where? Oh, there we are. Yeah, autopilot. Let's see how close you can get us. Good news, we're only about 5 clicks away. Abort the autopilot as we're playing chicken with a fucking star system. Hello, Chert. Ignore me as I try and find exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, come on. Okay, cool. We're within orbit, which means we can navigate with relative impunity. Now we get out, grab our suit, open the hatch, and continue this journey again. Okay, so what are we gonna find? Obviously, we need to find a way to navigate through the ghost field. That's what I'm looking for, right? The one over here? Or... this passage leads to breathable air. We'll have to check out that path at some point. Cool. Yep, this is it. We go along here. This will be an interesting thing to try and navigate fully, because the shrine is fascinating, because obviously, you know, shrines imply, at least to some degree, a level of reverence and faith in an object. Is that faith misplaced? Did it get him killed by, you know, the eye fucking absorbing them to, you know, meet its caloric intake? What's the story on that front? Right, that's that. You need to find a way into that area. Yeah, let's land here. Is this the one I want? High energy lab trailhead. Ooh. Ow. Yeah, we need to move like double time. Is this... what is this? Okay. Oh, we're meeting at the fish fossil cave. If you're too bait to climb through the anglerfish hole, you'll have to go the long way. Stepping Stone Cave. Stepping Stone Cave to Fossil Fish Cave. Wonderful. Tried to get through, wasn't there. Remember to feed the first. If you go in to throw a light in its mouth, he'll show you the way. Interesting. Okay, so we found a way to get into the cave, and also... that's so cool. The drawing is more scraggly now, like the writing. I wonder if you could actually translate the, you know, yourself as opposed to using the auto-translator. Like, obviously that would be a hell of a ask to create a writing system like that. And no matter how much, you know, we want to be, we all can't be Tolkien. Are you playing Fossil Fish game tonight? Fed the fossil, a new lantern, go to Stepping Stone, cave, easy to see. Gratitude, Solenum. It's good to see you're small enough to climb through the hole. I'm still small enough, you won't be for long. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we've got a broken door mechanism, for lack of a better term there. Yeah, let's... Ooh, it's there's a specific name for that, style of refuse pile in archaeology. I'm spacing on what it's called, but where it's, you know, full of like pottery shards and just general shit that people throw out because, you know, the fuck are they gonna do with it? But to like archaeologists and stuff, like, it is one of the greatest finds you can have because it's full of a whole bunch of stuff. Come on, let me through, let me through. God fucking damn it. Okay, so we're gonna need to be quicker than that if we want to go through there. Okay, so looking at all this, this means that the hourglass part of the Hourglass Twins is a fairly new addition. Like, it must be, because a society wouldn't really be able to build like a full... Okay, that's what that is. Like, full thing here. If, you know, we didn't have... If it was constantly being flooded. At least, to my mind. You know, constant flooding. Oh, cool. And it auto-repairs. Gravity cannon, no, that's not what I want to go to. Oh, god fucking damn it. Alright, but, where was I? By and large, you generally can't create a functioning society if the place you're trying to live is being filled with sand in perpetuity. Which, like I said, poses the fascinating question of how recent is the hourglass part of the Hourglass Twins, and what triggered it? Was it our, you know, the whole thing involving the Ash Project? What was the cause? You know, add that to the list of 1,000,001 mysteries we're trying to muddle through. We didn't feed the anglerfish. I hope that that isn't like an immediate disqualifier. Yep, O2. Stepping Stone District. Anglerfish Cave Overlook. So yeah, we need to go here. Throw it a light. Need to conserve this. Here. Yep. Vessels evacuation. Okay. Oh god, are those children's skeletons down there? Right, but so we're here and we need to go to the what? Stepping Stone District to the cave. This one's Stepping Stone? Yep, cool. This is, yep, Stepping Stone Cave. Let's get a move on. Seriously, when did the flooding start? Fuel level critical. Yep, I know. But so with the flooding, I wonder if we'll have a way to like pause or speed it up, because it's kind of blocking some of our exploration area. And here we go. Those look uncomfortably small. Whoever was it we ended up last time as the anglerfish. That's wonderful. Up to here. Then we need to... Is that a ledge? Cool, so we're SOL when it comes to fuel. Well, oh, rule change. Anglerfish has to wear a blind. Rest of us line up against the wall. Go to the other side. Why are we changing it? You're Eden. If we... Okay, so there is an important thing for us up there with the door. Yep. We'll have to rush back this time. Solving things one issue at a time. One issue at a time, and yeah. All's well is looking well. Again, I really am wondering what triggered all this. Oh god, fucking damn it. I appreciate that you're still plucking away on your banjo, my friend. Hey folks, how you doing? Yep, right, so, Utterly fascinating, I feel, is the way to look at this. Specifically my ability to not move around coherently. It truly is a mind-boggling feat. Okay. For a moment I was concerned. I don't want to think about how much time we've wasted when it comes to the twins. Up and away. Over here. The autopilot will get us most of the way there. And I pray to everything above and below that we don't run into the sun. Okay, here we go. Yep, swap to the Ember Twin. It's going that way. Nope. Back. Send me back towards this stupid fucking planet. Jesus Christ, Nope, towards the planet, yep. Cool. Okay, we've made contact with the ground. That's great. We'll float around over here. Exit, suit up, and get moving. Boom. Land. We need to double time this, because if we don't... Oh boy. Yep, this is the one over here. Gonna have to throw it directly into the mouth of the anglerfish and go from there. It is so cool to be able to look into a, for lack of a better term, classical civilization and just see, oh hey, this is what they were doing in their day-to-day lives. You know, the kids were playing fucking hide and seek amidst the mouth of a massive anglerfish. You know, they are... Ow. 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 That's almost a complete suit rupture that I had there. Bloody hell. You know, just all of the little things that kids absolutely do. You know, maybe we're not so different, you and I. Put that away. Run. Jump. Refuel on O2. I think that's the door I want right there. And touchdown. Yep, Stepping Stone Cave. Over here. Yep, come on, let me through. I also really appreciate how they're keeping more or less the design language of a torch. With, you know, the general shape and all that, well, updating it to be the geometric figure that everything else, now my structure, tend to be. And I will say, whoever designed the writing system to be all spirally, I really love that as like a design choice. Almost reminds me of like that sort of, Pictish isn't the right word, but are you fucking kidding me? That sort of geometric writing system that you see in some cultures. Anglerfish study, long growth protruding bioluminescence. Yep, it's a lure. Update. Making sketches of the anglerfish. Observe the children. Saw earlier playing here again. Added a rule that incorporates our research. That's wonderful. Entirely delighted, never too early to appreciate biology. I agree. Digestive tract suggests death by starvation. Visually appears to be anglerfish originate from ramble. Question mark. Now that is interesting because it offers more proof, for lack of a better term, that, you know, the world is spitting out, or Dark Bramble is just sort of spitting out seeds and whatnot. Okay, so that's what that is. Trying to think if there's anything. Right, we can check the ship. See if they have anything to add. Unidentified signal nearby. Frequency, quantum fluctuations. So that's the cave shard. That's the distress beacon. Now let's head back into the ship. See what the updated information says. Ship log. Angular fossil. Yep. Sunless City. Church Camp. Escape pod. Sun Station. Yeah, that's... call me crazy, but I think that might be the thing circling the sun. I mean, since we're right here, I want to see if we can... There it is. Can we hit that? Well, my question is, how do they transfer the power? No, not Timber's Hearth. Yep, maybe I should get the scout launcher back, because I just noticed I left it on planet. Thank goodness for the recall ability, but I left that thing on planet. What was that? What is that object out there? Oh, those are suns and stuff going supernova. Interesting. Right, but... Come on. Fly me back towards this. Yeah, no, we're dead. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, need to... Gonna have to pause the recording real quick, need to text a neighbor something. Right, back recording. This might be a short one, because I might have to help a neighbor shovel a bunch of rocks on his driveway. Which, you know. Do your good turn daily, and all that. Let's, where do we want to go? I wrote down plans on another sheet of paper. Brittle Hollow. That was a plan. Brittle Hollow, because I can't think of anything specifically that we can gather from the Ash or Ember Twin right now. Most of it would just require additional looking about, and I want to be able to say, oh, here's a cool new thing for the thumbnail. Flying around Brittle Hollow, what looks to be a volcanic thing of sorts. At least I would describe this as volcanic, headlight and landing gear damaged. Works for me. Open the hatch. Repair that up real quick. Go back in. It was what, the headlight as well? Boom, headlight repaired. So gravity is 0.8. We've got shit flying around. Right, I should look at my other notes. What do I have written about Brittle Hollow? Banjo, Now My Ruins on South Pole. Cool, so I am flying blind here. So O2 detected, and ghost matter. Is it in the house? Because that's, amusingly enough, that's where I seem to notice most ghost matter appearing in, like, areas where people were or are. Holy cow. Oh god. Did not want to go down all the way. It's a fucking geode. Brittle Hollow is a geode. Geode, question mark? This is so cool. What do we got? Gravity Crystal Workshop. So that tracks, you know, it probably is the gravity crystal manufacturer of the area. Gravity cannon. Okay, yeah, that's a cannon. The Hanging City. I hear you around here somewhere. Hanging City, mark that down as well. Hanging City. This was what, the gravity stone? No, this will be the gravity stone. And I see those cave paintings. Pictoglyphs, maybe? Would they be pictoglyphs? So, we've got... I'm gonna back up and screenshot this. Interesting. Oh hey, Banjo Man. This is so cool. Fuck it, we'll go talk to Banjo Man real quick. Launch mode. So that's just absorbing shit. Including the crust of the planet, it seems. So that's the timer on this planet. Hello, Rybeck. Oh, you launched. That's great. Good job, T. Fuck it, I'm Rybeck. I don't know what accent I'm doing here, but it's fucking Rybeck's. Well, I guess that means I've been out here a while, eh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow. You probably knew that. A lot of history here. It's great. So what are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. Always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes ever since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in the solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? I agree, Rybeck. Only, you've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anyone I'm out here. Do you want to know how I made it this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere where my little scout says it's halfway stable instead of being sucked into what's below. I've been gauging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity, so I'm gonna stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You probably didn't come all the way to listen to me blather, did you? That'd be... yeah. I learned something. Oh, cool. What is it? Solve the Sunless City. You mean there's another Now My City inside of Ember Twin? That's incredible. A whole city, and I had no idea it even existed. This is great. How did they keep the sand out? If it were me, I'd be nervous about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh, the Nomai sure were ingenious building an entire settlement underground. The Sunless City. Wow. That means there were two Gruppen Nomai. One that lived on Ember Twin, and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. But they must have travelled around the solar system, since now my writing can be found on other planets too. Where should I explore? Oh wow, where shouldn't you explore here? Not the black hole. Actually, that's very no. Hanging City, why is there a black hole here? Rybeck. Which is unfortunate because the most exciting stuff is below the crust, including the Hanging City. That's just to the north. You can see it from here. There's also a big dome on the south pole called the Southern Observatory. South Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface. Trust me, I tried. But if it's like the rest of now my structures here, there's probably a path to it from beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it, if that's not too much trouble. What are you doing here? Me? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, the archaeologist, I guess, seeing as I'm all Timber's Hearth gods right now. Couldn't quite get that sentence flow to work as I hoped, but god fucking damn it, it's decent enough. Bitter Hollow is rich with Nomai history, that's why I'm here. The planet is an absolute treasure trove of history, culture, and science. If you have any questions about the Brittle Hollow Nomai, I'm your Hearthian, or, I have some knowledge about them, I mean, so maybe I can help? Hey, see you around, Rybeck. Ow. So, Hanging City, Black Hole, Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Well, let's get to it. Okay, we're going this way. Tower of Q Knowledge. Tower of Q Knowledge. That's a neat little thing. Anything in... Okay, so that's another walkway. So probably need to skip our way over there. Let's read this while we still can. Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you're making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Oh, Quantum Moon. Interesting. Tower of Knowledge. Pilgrimage to Q Moon and bells. Okay, so just keep going up. Interesting. So we don't... That just doesn't flow for us. Which is bothersome, but makes some degree of sense. Ow. Interesting. How would I go about getting up there? I don't see a note telling me where this one leads, so up we go. Where am I headed? I don't know. But let's find out together, shall we? Southern Observatory. It's 500 meters that way. Oh god. Yep. First death on Brittle Hollow. Does that mean that our ship can fall into the abyss? It just clicked in my head that, considering there is a massive fucking hole that starts growing, there is a legitimate chance that our ship can just get sucked in and stay sucked. Up. And off to Brittle Hollow. There we go. 10 clicks out, I'll autopilot that. God fucking damn it. Where am I? So, yeah, where the fuck actually are we? Well, we've got a quantum rock. Let's grab our suit real fast just so we can jet around. But I appear to have accidentally landed somewhere of mild import. To which I say, oops. Across old bark, in the ancient glade, quiet shade, it's always dark. Seriously, where the fuck did I actually end up landing? Oh, what do we got here? Tourist research note, property of Chet. Strange signal coming from within the grove. Similar to admitted by the quantum moon. Stands to reason two signals are related. No one's been able to land on it. Might reveal more. Well, I scanned it, chirp. I certainly scanned it. Right, let's try and get out of here. Cockpit is seriously still slightly damaged. Yep, exit, hop out. There we go. Now that is repaired. Okay, Brittle Hollow is 9 clicks that way. There's that whole structure which I've been to. Let's hopefully not crash into anything in particular as we go ahead this time. I also need to prep a D&D game for this weekend. I kind of forgot that I am running as well. And land. Pop out. Unidentified signal. Okay, so that's another, for lack of a better term, distress beacon. Another, by the looks of it, crash landing. Thatch. Everyone unharmed. Okay. Brittle Hollow has first escape pod. Escape pod 1. Escape pod 1 with Thatch. Felix as well. No, haven't been able to make contact. Equipments. My equipment can hear the other 2 distress signals, however, structurally intact. Continue calling for them. Gratitude if you can. Moon is approaching again. Brace volcanic moon. Be aware of ash debris. Believe the moon has passed. Planet isn't eager to have guests. Unwelcome on its surface. Find shelter. Promising sites below the surface. Build platforms. Alright, so definitely appears that it was a unwilling colonization of the world. And what do we have in here? Beyond a really ingenious reuse of assets. Escape pod 1, mortally injured. Escape pod 3, collision imminent. Alright. That's a new lock system, which I probably should have read beforehand. Damn it. Oh, cool, so we get to play hopscotch. The black hole sleeps below, don't fucking slip. That's a brilliant thing to hear. Okay, cool, so, first death to black hole. Where the fuck did I end up? I could try and intercept with the interloper. That is something I could try to do. Match velocity. Is that gonna hit the interloper? No, it... just distorted it. Weird. Can we make it to the interloper? I was not... Yeah, I know few level is critical. I was not planning on trying to crash land on the asteroid, but... Now that it's a possibility, man, like, I just kind of want to. Nope. Back. So we have managed to make physical contact with the interloper. Okay, vitals low. But we are, as of yet, standing on the surface of the interloper. So, touchdown, I suppose. Let's... Let's just try walking around on it. Do we see anything of note? So obviously we're gonna die on the interloper unless some fucking miracle happens. Can we... So, surprisingly enough, no quantum functions here. As we're ice skating about through the rambles on the back, ladies and fucking gentlemen. Clay, this is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay too long, shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, shouldn't someone be able to call it back home to the gravity cannon on the Ember Twin? Yes, but exploration of the comet should be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Remained in the shuttle to keep it warm, continue to monitor the surface would be wise. Can we enter this shuttle? Damn it. I'm gonna have to make a note in my master notes. Frozen shuttle. Frozen shuttle connected to Ember Twin. ET. That was incredibly interesting to have suddenly bumblefucked our way into discovering. And interesting that the black hole spits us out, you know, all the way in the fucking void. Okay, if we go to map, we've got the Now My Shuttle. Got the white hole. Oh, cool. I'll have to read all of these at one point. The Quantum Moon, 6th location. Adel Rock, we got Esker, the Eye Signaler, the Quantum Grove, and we found that poem. Lakebed Cave, anything. Yeah, we need to look around the Lakebed Cave more, which is unsurprising me. Ash Twin to get to the Sun Station. Well, with this, we're gonna head back to Brill Hollow and not crash into every single fucking tree we find. There we go. God, that is a fucking doozy. Interesting. So the white hole spits out ow. Grab the spacesuit fast and get the fuck out. Where are we? Oh, here we are. You know, we're abandoning ship. I don't think we can, what does this say? Emergency escape hatch. And that is why, I mean, I figured as much, because as soon as we open it, it fucking jettisons itself into the void. Again, I am questioning the structural integrity of a lot of this planet, considering the fact that we see it actively implode. Is this the Hanging City? No, not be sure not to wander, somewhat stable, safer than any found, temporary settlement, cautious of falling rocks and dust. Given concern, settlement stability, new, less temporary, need to stay close, should migrate to the northern glacier. Gravity to create stable path, building. Okay, so escape pod to northern glacier. I'll have to mark that as a place of note. Holy cow, this is so cool. I missed a note. Anyone's coming to save us, we must save ourselves. I agree. Followed the eye, it called to us, we followed. Survive, not just thrive. Wise point, eloquently made. Ahead to the northern point. How many gravity crystals did they have access to consider being able to make structures like this so casually? And also, how new is the black hole? Because again, sort of like the sand fall, that isn't really conducive to extended life on a planet, in my opinion. Oh wow. Still need to check out that city, but following the Gravity Stone path, I just kind of had to. Okay, here we go. That was a fun little jaunt. God, the game has done such a wonderful job of creating environments which are so cool to explore. This is so neat, and like they all have a very clear design language that, you know, separates them as Naomai as opposed to anything else, with like the geometric aspects. Photo mode. So just right through that door on top of the crystals. I'm shocked. That almost completely lines up with all of the other instances of ghost matter we've seen. God, this must have been such a trippy spot to live in. I mean, no doubt you would get used to it in time, but I wonder how that would affect like your inner ear and stuff like that. Translate. Explanation of festivals. All the Naomai clans meet in one place to share what they've learned. Okay. Where the fuck do I note this under? I'll mark it under the back. Actually, no, the festival. Naomai gather to share art/science. Every 10 years. Okay, every 10 years. We're stuck, we can't go. Felix says we used to go to. Some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all get to advance, like Anoa's warp core. Anoa's warp core. Long distance travel. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their interesting work. Their envoy was Thatch. Single festival could last for a very long time. Remove the scroll. Put it back in the fucking geometric box. Pick up the scroll over here. Formation of the universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing is everything used to be very hot and dense. As this early universe expanded, also cooled. Once it had cooled enough, particles began to group, things like galaxies, stars, planets. Since then, space has continued to expand faster and faster rate. Hard to think about too long without brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars will die and the life they support will die with it. Scary to think about. Won't happen in our lifetime. Happen in someone else's. I think that someone is me. It's happening in my lifetime. Interesting the coloration of the tree. Oh, gee, crystals. Wonder what that is. And I just got a text from my neighbor saying I do need to go shovel rocks. Cool. On my way now. Actually, in 5. That'll give me enough time to look around a little. Yeah, so Ghost Matter is going to be right there. Okay, this pulls us up to here. What's here? Okay, that is here. So, we've got the black hole actively consuming fucking everything. Got that. I don't want to make this a super short episode, but I think I might have to. Okay, here, that'll run us out over to here. What do we got? More gravity paths. Explanation of symbols. Top one, Black Hole Forge District, Eye Shrine, Meltwater, School. So what? It appears that each civilization, more or less, has their own Eye Shrine. And how long have we been recording? Hour 30. Fuck, not as much. Actually, we had a few big discoveries, but nothing as massive as last time. I'm gonna have to call it quits here. I am so sorry that I have to do it like this, but maybe we'll be able to get a second episode out. Right, joke's on you, recording me from the past. We're actually gonna play a bit more. I just finished moving the rocks and got in right before a rainstorm. I've got like 30 minutes. Let's fucking go for it. We have places to be, things to do, and weird quantum knowledge to try and figure out. I'm not sure if I asked this already, but I do hope that you guys are having a good day or whatnot wherever you are. Hang City, Black Hole Forge. Okay, so that's getting close to the Ash Twin project. I mean, I'm going to assume that, you know, these Ash Twin project and Black Hole Forge were used to, you know, connected and all that. But that's just my thought. Yeah, Old Settlement should probably go explore that. But Houston, we have liftoff. As I try and figure out, there we go, Brittle Hollow. Engage autopilot, and god fucking damn it. Exit to repair. Landing gear damaged. Anything else want to come in and announce that it's damaged? And boom. Autopilot to Brittle Hollow. And we've got Dark Bramble off to the edge. Fire those retro rockets, abort that, and avoid the volcanic moon. landing camera and landing gear. That is fine by me. Let's pop over here. Unbuckle, grab the suit, pop out. I will say, I love how astronomically weird and like how much gravitational bullshittery is going on here. It is so cool to just dick around in and explore. What's this? Use caution. Okay. That's that. My favorite. I love when the very path under me starts to crumble and fall away. So got that, yeah. Want to explore the city more. Because there is so much to explore that I just didn't. For example, this knowledge is too dear to loss. This here is everything we recall about the signal we encountered aboard the vessel. Okay, signal. I have the signal listed somewhere on one of these papers. Lake bed, shuttle, no. Sunless city, eye shrine, no. Projectile stone, 3 statues lit, no. Phantom moon, no. Fuck it, that's a new entry. Signal. Signal found on vessel while on vessel. Signal looks like an eye. Round with a circle much like a pupil. Okay, signal looks like eye. Looks like eye. Looking for something, question mark? Older than universe. Older than uni. Significant detail, yep. No clan has encountered it. Not Preve encountered. Okay, must find eye. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Fucking hell. Alright, ship log updated. Fuck, I'm gonna need a cough drop. My throat is killing me. So beyond giant space rocks fallen through, anything of note here? So there's plant there. Brother wasn't in one. My brother wasn't in one with us. He was in 2 or 3. Did he escape? We sacrificed too much. Arriving here will not allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. Yep. Yeah, Yaddled 02. Oop. Lightning is lightninging. Pain of your abscess is sharp and haunting. Good. Everything not to know it. Anything. But never know. Anything but never not knowing you at all would be worse. Can only hope you are safe. Keek. I'll mark down Keek as a survivor. Wait, was it Keek that survived, or... No, Plume. Keek, lost brother of Plume. Oh, lovely. That is just lovely. So down here... Hello. Anything on the upper layer? Yep. God damn it. Thatch, hardest part of the tragedy, not knowing who we may have lost, or the hardest will come later. Be well, and Maloran. God fucking damn it. Right, back into the white hole. See if we get spat out. Yep. I want to go into the hole. Or am I just kind of trapped here until my O2 runs out? God, this... This is such a horrifying thought. Being stuck in the empty void of space with, you know, just your, like, life support pack. This, at that point, what? Yeah, 50% fuel remaining. At this point, you know, what the fuck do you even do? Like, not normally one, trigger warning it for the next, like, 30 seconds. I'll wave my hand when it's clear, but trigger warning for fucking suicide and all that. But, like, at that point, as somebody who isn't as, by and large, you know, I don't think it's a good way out. You know, life will more often than not get better if you are willing to suffer in the moment and all that, no matter how bad it seems. I would be willing to advocate for that. Obviously, medical assisted death is a different thing. Terry Pratchett has a really interesting talk about that, and you know, it makes sense considering his befuddlement, as he called it. So yeah, it's, if you're fucking trapped in the endless void of space like this, I think you could be forgiven for taking the easy way out. So Giant Steep is there. Our ship is that direction. That's a random clump of shit. Oh, you guys can start listening again. Got 3 minutes of oxygen remain. We're not getting closer. Definitely not close to there. Ooh. that is actually something worth looking at over there. That will be very interesting to look at. What is this? Like, there's another ship part. Nope, come on. Yep. We don't have anything to live out here for, so may as well exploit the fact we're in a time loop and take a look at it. So, walking around, what do we have? Can we... Is that glass? Fuel level critical. Well, for better or worse, we have refueled our O2. It's a teleportation ring, I think. Holy shit, this is a teleportation ring. Oh, where are we? Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Holy shit, White Hole Station. Where the fuck do I write that? White Hole. And this is why you never give up hope, folks. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with the corresponding astral body. In this case, Brittle Hollow. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during this alignment to be warped. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. Ladies and gentlemen, we have fucking figured out how this works. Holy shit. White Hole Station. It's a warp center. Which then asks the question, why the fuck is there a warp center on the astral on the twins? Ember projection stone. Oh ho ho ho. Is this... Do we have a way of hooking this up to something? Yeah, this drags us down. Got that. And this lets us manually align ourselves with something. What the fuck do I do with the stone? Seriously, what the fuck do I do with this projection stone? If I drop the stone, is there anything I can mess around with it? Okay, so clearly now my did deal with it at a point. The black hole. Can we use this to adjust gravity? No, we can't. Seriously, what the fuck are we able to use the Ember Twin projection stone for? Do we need to somehow drag this back to our ship. Yeah, so this spends a bit of time aiming us. No, I don't want the quantum frequency. Hey, somehow we managed to get all the instruments at once. Oh, and we have ended up here. Warp station charged. Departure and arrival. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too. Translator, what do you got? Hanging City is 50 meters below. Yeah, I bet it is. Our friends on Brittle Hollow just warped from Whitehall Station. Our travel worked. We successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know how close it is to original design, but as long as what we've built worked, knew we could do it. Violate returning from Whitehall, you and Root meet me. We can full diagnostic, hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Cassava. Wonderful news. Can't wait to see the warp tower. Okay, so black hole travel is just something that they fucking do, apparently. Remy and I reviewed our recordings you sent, Poke, and they reveal to show Nomai are arriving at warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from Whitehall Station. As I've already told Remy, these measurements can't be accurate. How can Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before they ever step into the teleporter? Implications are absurd. But as Pi is confident the reading is inaccurate, she's kindly helping me attempt to recreate this phenomenon at High Energy Lab. We're designing an experiment to take more data and update High Energy Lab in the canon. Okay. Okay, come here once. Need to see this. I don't disagree. It would mean I've inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding the universe. We would all have to reconsider all our beliefs about the nature of time. Yes, I hope so too. Understand it's exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment, and the result is the same every time someone warps. The interval is incredibly minuscule, 1/1,000,000th of a second. Do you suppose our instruments can't accurately measure such a small time? Ooh, this is spicy. This is fucking amazing. If we put it here, so this is like a, oh god, quantum cactus. This will put us here, you know, wherever here is. This is where, holy shit, this is where the fucking thing is on the Ember Twin with the start of the path. Holy fuck, this is... I would go so far as to call that a pretty fucking big discovery. Holy fucking shit. Okay, this looks like an exit route from the Hanging City. Need to be really conservative with our fuel, considering we'll be running on oxygen fairly soon. Hop up to the top because we can. Yep, more writings. Yep, fuel as propellant. I'm sorry. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it much like our violent friend? Imagine if there were 2 volcanic moons. No thank you, Thatch. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. This moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. The nights the moon circles the planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Shift in the light spectrum. Suppose the moon is too shy. There can exist too much lava. I'd strongly prefer we test the null hypothesis. But fuck you two. Interesting. So where actually are we on the map? So our ship is that way. Yeah, so we got fucking fallen stars and shit. Piss off. This is interesting. This is so fucking interesting. So they were actively... I mean, we kind of already know that, given the warp pack that we have. But we... God damn it. Back here we go. Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it here as we suffocate for real this time, but holy shit, So the Naumai have fucking magic teleportation. And have a limited variant of time travel. We've got the festival, a pilgrimage to the quantum moon. I need to take a further look at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. There's a signal. Yeah, this is so interesting. Need to make our way to the southern observatory. We're gonna take a look at what all the rumor mill has for us. Yeah, Whitehole Station is connected to that. And yeah, they recreated warp technology here. How does this connect to the quantum moon beyond... Yeah, observe a phantom moon that would occasionally appear. You know, we need to do Lakebed Cave on the Ember Twins. Old Settlement again. I-shaped signal, Eye of the Universe, obviously more to explore. Hanging City is cool as shit, divided vertically into 4 districts. Black Hole Forge, know nothing about that, so I can't comment. Lunar Lookout, Dark Bramble Seed, Inside the Seeds, Southern Observatory. this is so fascinating. We need to deal with that, but I think for this coming episode, we are going to be spending so much time on Brittle Hollow, because, yeah, we haven't gone to the Southern Observatory, Path Beneath the Crust. We'll just need to look around the Hanging City a lot. And just look about the whole thing as much as we can. White Hole Station. It's a fucking warp tower. I wonder if there is a way to go about trying to grab that on like a separate frequency and hop to a different area. Is there... I've got like 4 minutes. We're gonna go to the moon, see if the moon has anything for us. See if there's anything else noteworthy about that. Come on. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we'll adjust ourselves so we're over this area. Unhook. Grab that. Unidentified signal nearby. Was it a quantum? What signal is nearby enough that it's being picked up? So we got the Grove Shard and the Museum Shard. Got the crash-landed craft. The Interloper. Oh god. Nope, I want to get back onto the planet. Thank you very much. Yep, let me land on this stupid fucking planet. Or moon. You know what I mean. Let me land. So what, this is just ice mining again. There's that message on the moon. Well, old man. So again, so that's obviously Brittle Hollow. That's obviously Brittle Hollow. And that is, in fact, hooked up with Brittle Hollow there. So, going off of how stuff like this normally works, that is obviously The sun. Interesting. The interloper being right there. So that's the sun. What's that? What does this line up with? The interloper? No, what are you trying to line up with? Okay. I'll just mark that as quantum moon, because I don't know what it is. And if I don't know what it is, it's quantum moon. And what's this one gonna be? Giant steep? God, the solar winds are really howling right now. It's that sun-like symbol. Don't know what it is, but yeah, locator. Oh, that's Rebek, our fucking friend with this accent, which I have got no fucking clue where I decided he's got, but fuck it. I'm Rebek. Alright, off to our campfire. Hey, old man. How the fuck are you doing? Hey, yep, it's me. Yeah, it's been a while. Marl says hi. Yep, only one who remembers. Carry instruments, North Pole marked on the mini-map, lonely, I forget about you, so we can't tell you about the death of the universe, which I think is a crying shame. God, we have learned so much about what's going on. And sometimes it seems like the best option is just to sit. Ooh. Little bit. Oh. I would say that is a perfect marshmallow. Sometimes you just gotta sit with your stick. Listen to a friend of yours whistle away while you try and make the perfect marshmallow. You know, calories don't count when you're dealing with the fucking end of all human life. What's the unidentified signal? Oh. You mean the very identifiable signal that I have known for, you know, forever and a day? You know, I think that's it for the end of the episode. Thank you for real this time. Thank you each and every one of you for sticking around and watching this. I've had a grand old time playing, and yeah, we'll figure out just what the fuck is going on and all that comes with that. But yeah, you guys all know the drill at this point. I need to Vamos, so again, you all know the drill. Stuff down below with it as you see fit. I hope you're enjoying this, because I certainly have been. And yeah, well, I need to fully write down my notes, figuring out what to transpose to where and how to organize it. But yeah, also managed to get on the interloper, which was wild. But again, you all know the drill. Stuff down below with it as you see fit, and without any further ado, Zone Prince Sven signing out.